Hi students, in today's lesson we'll learn about tenses. What is a tense? Tense means time of action. And in other words we can say tense is the form of the verb which shows the time and the state of action or event. This means it is the form of the verb which tells us about the time of action. When the action is happening, when does the action happen, whether it is present, past, or future. So let's take one example. Here in the paragraph, Rusty is my best friend. She is going to fly to London next week. She comes to India once in 3 years. During her visit, she meets her relatives. These days, she is taking lots of snaps of her relatives. In this paragraph, all the verbs are underlined. These verbs are talking about the present. They are telling us about the present time of action. But these verbs are of different forms. Means forms are different. For example, is going, is taking. It is in continuous, present continuous form. It is present continuous tense. And meets and comes. This is present indefinite. Simple present tense. Although they are talking about the present, but tense form is different. One is present simple and this is present continuous. And in tense, there are three tense, as you know: present, past, future. And each tense has four forms: indefinite, progressive, perfect, and perfect progressive. First, we'll talk about the tense which talks about the present, means the present tense, and how many forms it has, with rules and application with its examples. Verbs referring to the present are simple present tense and present continuous tense. First, simple present tense. Let's learn about simple present tense, its use, rules, and when do we use it, how do we use it. First, what is a simple present tense? Simple present tense we use to talk about habits, routines, or actions that are done repeatedly, means that we do every day. That is a routine. For example, she goes for her dance classes every morning. Then next, to talk about scientific or universal truths, means which we can't change, which are true. The sun rises from the east. So this is true. We can't change it. The next, to advise, request, or order, means in imperative sentences we use simple present tense. Like see a doctor at the earliest, open the book and read the poem. So here, this way we can use simple present tense. Then what are the rules for using simple present tense? Here, rule is subject plus verb first form, and with first form of the verb we use s or es, and then object. He writes beautiful poems. Here he is a subject, means doer of the action, and writes, first form of the verb as we use. The write is a first form and s we have used with the first form, it becomes writes. Then object, he writes beautiful poems. And one more thing we need to know that with when our subject is singular, then only we add s or es with the first form of the verb. Otherwise we do not use. When our subject is plural, we do not use s or es with the verb. For example, they is plural, so they write beautiful poems. Next is present continuous tense. Present continuous tense is used to talk about an action going on at the time of speaking. Means when the action is happening. He is doing, he is cooking, she is taking her meals, she is talking to her friend. Means the action is happening now at the time of the speaking. For this we use present continuous tense. For example, she is going for her dance classes, means going, action is happening now. Then to talk about actions going on these days, means what is happening these days. Soha is learning English these days. She is taking her maths lessons these days. She is working on her grammar part these days. So this way we can use present continuous tense. Then what are the rules for learning present continuous tense? Rule: subject plus is, am, are plus ing form of the verb. Ing form means first form of the verb plus ing. And continuous means ing. Whenever there is ing, it means it is a continuous. The tense is in continuous form. For example, he, she, it plus is. With he, she, it, whenever subject is singular, third person singular, we use is. He, she, it is playing. Play first form and ing we have used with it. The next, you, we, they. When our subject is plural, you is plural and singular both. Then we use are plus play plus ing. I am playing. So this way we can use present continuous tense. The main difference between simple present and present continuous is simple present only talks about the habits, routines, scientific truth and imperative sentences, about order, request, advice, and present continuous talks about the sentences about the actions which are happening now. So let's take example of worksheet of our PB. Rewrite the following passage using the simple present tense of the verb given in brackets. Here we are supposed to use simple present tense. Yoga is a great stress buster. It dash in improving concentration. In the bracket, our verb is help. As we know, we use s or es, so it helps. It helps with verb s. It helps in improving concentration. It not only ensures. Again, with verb, we use s or es. Our subject is also singular. Ensures discipline, but also teaches. S or our verb is teach. With teach, es we have added. Teaches how to handle stress levels. Then it dash, verb is train. Again, subject is singular. It trains. It trains. Trains. It trains us to channelize surplus energy in a positive manner. Then yoga acts with verb s. Yoga acts as a magic healer. It unravels. It unravels. Unravel is a verb. With unravel s we have added. It unravels many hidden qualities that we possess. Here only possess, no need to use s or es because our subject is plural. This is one worksheet related to the simple present tense. In this worksheet, you are supposed to fill in the simple present form of the verb. So this is your home task.